arguing.
Well, critters like this one may be looking for a warm place to stay, but hopefully not in your garage, barn, or basement. And here with ways to keep those critters out safely, in today's Critters Uncaged is viewed by Wildlife Medical Clinic Dr. Sam Sander and third-year veterinary student Allie Wright with us, as well as, who do we have here?
So this is Bucket. Bucket is one of our ambassador animals. She is not a species of snake that is native to Illinois, but she does help us keep those species on our mind. And so we're here. We bring her here today as an ambassador to talk about garter snakes and other animals that may be trying to find a home as this weather gets so cold.
So thankfully we won't be finding Bucket there slithering around in central Illinois. Okay, so let's talk about these animals. I mean, we had our first snowfall on Wednesday besides Halloween. Lots of these animals are looking for places to cozy up.
Absolutely. Now is the time.
What do we need to be on the lookout for?
Really, a lot of it is just about avoidance behavior. And so if we can find how these animals are getting into our homes, we can stop it from happening in the first place, and that's going to be the best. So if things like snakes, but also mice and some other critters are going to try to find their way into their house from vents, especially if you have a broken vent. A lot of times pipes, or if you a little bit of your siding in your house is not quite right, that is going to be how they're going to get in.
It said it right there really quickly, eliminate rodent bait. What would the bait be?
So a lot of people will try to, if they know that they have a mouse problem in their house, they'll lay down bait. That might be a glue trap, that might be rodent bait poison like we think about.
Okay.
Those actually can be more challenging and harmful than they are beneficial.
How so?
So glue traps are not meant to kill the animal, and so you end up with an animal that is now stuck to the glue trap that is alive, and now you have to do something with it, which can be quite torturous, honestly, for that animal.
And traumatizing for the homeowner.
For the homeowner who happens to find them in that situation. They're also oftentimes not very effective. When we talk about rodent baits, those are poisons that are laid out, but we see accidental ingestion of that bait by dogs and cats, sometimes children, but we can also see a mouse maybe that ate that bait that goes wandering out and gets picked up by a hawk. And we'll find that hawk with that poison that presents to the Wildlife Medical Clinic that needs some serious care as well.
Good tips. I never would have even really thought about that, but I know a lot of people that do not like mice in their homes.
Which is totally fair, and I certainly support that opinion. So if we can try to avoid them coming in the first place, that can be helpful. Some of the other tips we have are about just trying to make your space a little bit less welcoming to them. Allie, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, of course. So kind of trying to keep food sources away, trying to, if you have compost piles, keep those covered. If you have trash cans, keep those covered. Try to, if you're feeding your animals outside or if you have any food sources outside, try to just keep those covered, keep them away. If you can feed your pets inside, that would be ideal. If that is unfortunately not the way that you can do it, then you can at least raise the food off the ground and try to just make sure there's no scraps on the ground.
Okay, now let's say by chance one of these garter snakes or raccoons or something like that does get into your home. What do you do? I mean, we're not talking about a mouse here where something like you might feel a little more comfortable handling, but like something larger.
Yeah, but if you find a black rat snake in your basement or you find a possum in your wood pile and aren't particularly keen on handling that yourself, there are wildlife trappers in the area, and so you can go to Google, probably, it used to be Yellow Pages, to try to find these people who are professional trappers, who are trained and have the equipment to be able to help secure these animals and remove them from your property.
And then release them somewhere a little bit more convenient for you.
So they can release them or otherwise manage the animal as appropriate.
All right, great tips, guys, and thank you so much for coming. Bucket did a great job over there. If you need any more information or a look at all of these tips that we've shared today, there was a look at their Facebook and their website, which we will connect you with after today's show.